Um, so how do you guys feel? Do you guys feel shamed when you order the kids' meal at a fast food restaurant, or no?
Did you get the 4 nuggets?
You feel shame when you eat the kids' meal?
I
I don't eat the
don't.
kids meal.
I've never done that as an adult.
Either,
I
but I did play
all the time, but
me neither. But I did play kids mode in this game. It is Thunder Force 3 AC, Thunder Force AC on the Nintendo Switch. A Sega Ages classic. It is a remake of Thunder Force 3 for the Genesis, but also the arcade version of that game. You guys have any familiarity with the Thunder Force series?
Is that the superheroes?
Yeah, Thunder what?
It's not the woman. It's not the the movie on Netflix.
What is this? For the what?
Thunder
For the
Force
Sega?
is a classic spaceship shooter series that started before the Genesis. Used to be kind of like I forget the system it came out, like MSX or something, the first game, but that was not really playable for most of us. Thunder Force 2 was a lot of people's entry to the series, and it had like overhead sections where you like ship would constantly be moving, and then it would rotate to a side scroller level, a horizontal spaceship shooter. That game was okay. A lot of people's favorite was Thunder Force 3. And I think this game, when the 3DS got the Sega Classic remakes, Japan got the remake of this game, but we didn't. So I was really happy to know that Thunder Force 3 came out on Nintendo Switch. Now I've played this on the Sega Genesis. Some of the things that I remember from Thunder Force 3 and really enjoyed it for are the ability to select the level path that you go down. There's like corresponding planets, and you go through the planets, and the goal of the game is like to restore the Galactic Federation or something. It's not really that important. What is important is you got some badass spaceship shooter gameplay, and each of the levels are kind of interesting in like the artillery that you're fighting, and also the things that come across on screen. You know, you could go from an aquatic stage to an interspatial stage, and then more of like a foresty kind of stage, and then one where you're like out in the stars and really shooting down an armada. And it's really cool. It got a signature style. It is a lot of people's favorite. Lightning Force did come out. It was oddly named. It was technically Thunder Force 4 on the Genesis. That also got a Sega Ages remake. And this one it doesn't give you the option to select the levels, which is okay. But it does give you kids mode, which allows you to play through the whole game. And every time that you die, you would come back with a shield. And some other things I really like about Thunder Force 3 is that there are 5 weapons that you cycle through. There's like Sever, which is kind of like a regular laser that goes in front. There's Lancer, which is a back shot. There's Fire, which it goes like up across the walls and also straight in front of you. And there's Wave, which kind of goes through obstacles, and then everybody's favorite Hunter, which is a homing attack. You can also pick up shields, as I mentioned before, but also this thing called, like they announce it in the game, they say crawl, and then it's like these kind of rotating buddies on the side of your ship that will also fire whatever weapon that you are attacking with. And the thing is, when you die, you tend to lose these things. You tend to lose Kroll, you lose whatever weapon that you had, and also upgrades that you got for that weapon. So say I upgraded Lancer to like these kind of like higher powered laser beams. In kids mode, you don't lose those things, so it's actually a lot easier. But I still ended up dying quite a few times. Now I've cleared this game before. I didn't have the time or patience this time, so I just wanted to kind of clear the game and re-experience my time with it. But it's really held up just as well today. It's a palm sweat-inducing kind of experience, as most 2D spaceship shooters tend to be, and I just really like it. It's a classic, and it belongs on the Switch online service for sure.
Hey, so if you play a game in baby mode, does that make you a baby?
One
Wah.
tough baby. One tough baby.
A kid, all right? Big kid.
You said this was
So I
for
got the kids menu.
This was for the what is it? The Sega Genesis?
Sega Ages. It's the Sega Ages game on Nintendo Switch.
I don't even know what
you
the hell
have
that
one credit clear your shmups.
what the
I ever one credit clear them? No, definitely not. Do you?
I have a life.
I do. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Why is this?
I'm being dishonest. I don't, because I don't really spend that much time on them. I play them for fun. It's I play too many games. For you to one credit clear, you have to spend that amount of time in only one game, where you could spend that in several other games.
Do an 8 credit clear. Credit. I've used save states to learn the game previously,
No.
but I also kids mode is a great way to kind of learn what works and what doesn't in the levels. Oftentimes I find that like if I didn't know something about a future level and then I die there and I lose all my progress, I'm kind of frustrated about that. I actually don't like that they took out level selection, but I guess because this was a coin op game, for the arcades, that wouldn't be something that you would normally do. So they just gave you the more linear path. It's okay. I think it works out, but I think there's different strategies that you might apply going in. Even the standard arcade mode is more generous. Every time that you would lose a ship or you'd use the credit, I think you come back with a shield too. And the shield is helpful because, it gives you that kind of buffer so you don't lose a weapon upgrade. There's really unique bosses here that can go down within seconds if you know what you're doing. And also, like, if you understand the levels and you've memorized the levels and also, like, attack patterns from enemies, you can dodge their attacks pretty well. And it's also about knowing which of these weapons do I switch to. There's also 5 speeds. Or no, I'm sorry, 4 speeds. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the fastest, 1 is the slowest. And there's strategic times to switch between both. On the Genesis game, you used to be able to press start and switch the speed while you're on the pause screen. The pause screen now just it's like a overall like save, load, whatever screen. So I don't think you can do it there. Maybe I'm just pressing the wrong button. I wish my Genesis controller was working because I remember the 1, 2, 3, the ABC buttons, it being well programmed for that. Versus I did this with the Switch Pro controller, and I was just like kind of struggling between like Y, B, and A, and am I using X? Am I not using X? What's going on? And also the joystick.
Well,
But
now you can buy the controller now and play it.
again.
Now you can buy the actual Mega Drive controller.
I have the ones for the Mega Drive Mini, but when I plug them in, they don't work.
So with this new expansion, they're releasing the Nintendo 64 and the Genesis controller.
I had this one. I had
Not
the 8-bit do
the,
one.
the 6 in Japan. They're releasing the 3-button one.
I see,
What's
this
the
is
3-button
8-bit
one though? That came out.
The main 3-button pad, the one that if you won the Genesis back in the day. So now
Metrobit has released iterations of that are very similar. I mean, they may not be identical, but like their own shape and structure and everything, they're very normal. Alex, I can't see your video, so every time you're doing that, it's not loading for me.
your
You're saying it's still on a loading thing.
Oh, that's weird. Well, anyway, I have the 8-bit do 6-button one for the Switch, and that's the one that I use.
He should.
So
Alex should be shamed for constantly showing it because, as I've reiterated at least once a podcast at this point, we are not a video podcast. There will be different footage shown over here. So him showing us on the camera, the controller, doesn't help us.
I'm sorry. Can you guys see me? Or
I see you, but
okay. So I'm not allowed to show my controller to you guys.
I'm just saying.
Just want to make it a point.
Anybody who came here for a game review, just want you to know, Alex has the 8-bit controller.
I was just saying this is a good controller as well. If you want a Genesis controller for the Switch,
8-bit do.
That's fine. I'm just gonna
Can
show
I-
the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
And I interest you in this.
Hey, you're showing us that, man. Come on, put that away.
Hey Teddy,
Oh,
I don't play like shooting games. I only play visual novels. So can you explain to me? Is this the first? You said the original game you could choose different paths, like Star Fox or
original
something.
one on the Genesis. So you would play every level anyway, but it would be like you pick the order. Like if you started with like one planet, you would then go on that rotation. So I tended to start with planet 3, and it would take me 4, then back to 1 and 2, and then you go through 5, 6, 7, and 8 stages.
Oh, this is like a Mega Man thing.
Yeah,
Mega Boy.
very similar.
Mega Boy.
It's like a
Sorry.
Mega Man.
Mega Boy, Mega Kid mode.
Mega Baby.
It's like that Mega Man.
But I've cleared the game before, with 8 credits, of course. But it's pretty fair. The stages are quick, like maybe a good 2 to 3 minutes, but you really do need to be paying attention and knowing what weapons work when. So, a lot of trial and error.
On a scale from 1 to 45, how good is the music?
45 is oddly specific. I'm gonna go 43.
Whoa.
I mean, it's Technosoft, so it's gonna be good.
I love Technosoft. Yeah. The words of Spencer. The soundtrack is Whammin'.
Excellent.
How many times do I hear Spencer say that?
It's just,
All the time.
he's known for that.
All I hear him say all the
Go
time.
back a
Spencer,
couple episodes.
Spencer, you gotta stop saying that, man. He's like, it's whammon.
Quit saying whammin'. You're not bringing whammin' back. Whammin' was never in.
a thing. Yeah, it was never a thing.
Just trying to make whammin' a thing.
It's a real whammer, okay?
Technosoft is known for its whammies. I've never heard of
Thanks for the
Technosoft
whammy
in my
award.
life, so I couldn't tell you on that one.
If you were a Genesis fan, you would know.
I have taste.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.